We're going. We're going. You're live. What's going down, peoples? It's been a minute since we did a live chat. We got the first person in here right now. Isaac Wentink. Wentink? Isaac Wentink. Let's go. What's going down? Drop some comments. We got Chris Granada in here. That dude doesn't miss. How you been? How you been, Granada? See you still pumping out videos. You still rock climbing? You guys still adventuring? Let's see some comments. What do you guys want to hear on this live chat? What have you guys been up to? Who's still staying active during the craziest time in, I don't know if it's human history, but long time. We got the mate going heavy right now. Pretty stoked on the gourd. What are you guys doing to stay sane in these crazy times? We got Mito and Dossie somewhere in the background. I think they're cleaning in the living room. They'll be tuning in here soon. Drop some comments for Mito. Drop some comments for Dossie, TCAP, and Luke. They're not here. They're out hiking around, hunting around right now. We've been trying our best to I don't know, it's a weird dilemma between wanting to still snowboard because we can, and I put myself in Tahoe, which is where we live, where there is a lot of snow, because I want to be able to snowboard whenever I want. I want it to have easy access to all of the resorts, and anytime when the resorts weren't open or they were closed or something was happening or I was too lazy to go out and actually make the trek to them, I wanted to be able to still snowboard somewhere. So we put ourselves here, and because we're here, it's not like most other places in the world right now. We're still allowed to go outside and hike, and we're still allowed to go and snowboard. And there's plenty of places that kind of have some backcountry style access that we've just been hiking. And you guys have been watching some of the vlogs that we've been doing. We've been getting a little bit of riding in, but it hasn't been much. And when we are out riding, we're trying to keep it as basic as we can because we're not trying to have anything not good happen to us. Because like you guys know, we're trying to keep these hospitals, trying to keep our bodies out of the hospitals. There's too much stuff going on in the hospitals that we don't need to be busying them or burdening them. But yeah, we're doing our best. That's why the vlogs have been every other day, if not every other day. But yeah, what you guys been doing? How you guys been? We got 50 people in here. 8 thumbs up. I feel like we can get 50 thumbs up real quick. I'm going to run through some of these comments, though. We got tuning in from Colorado. We got Austin. We got Daniel Moore, Sam S. Wash your hands, boys. Ran a 3.5 meter today, 3.5 mile today in 30 minutes. That's sick. Kyle Trazanowski. I ran myself. If you guys got the Nike app, the Nike running app, you're on it. If not, you should get it because it makes running actually legit. I ran, look at this guy, 2.92 today, bro. What was it? Kyle. 25 minutes almost, 24:49. Dude, the Nike app has been getting slayed. During quarantine, we've been doing a bunch of inside mini golf action with some good putts. We've been, you guys have seen it. We've been trying to do some snowboarding, some skateboarding, some surfing inside. It's funny. It's not the most fun, but we're making do. 60 humans. Which superfoods do you use in your drinks? Dude, I have so many right now. We got Garden of Life is always, I feel like, the highest quality, or if Bulletproof makes anything. But I will put any type of ingredients inside my body. Green superfood from Amazing Grass. We got raw organic perfect food from Garden of Life. We've got obviously the NanoCraft CBD superfood, which I believe is incredible because it's not only a superfood, but you get some CBD as well. And that's that recovery. And then this isn't a superfood, but anytime I'm hungry and I'm trying to keep the carbs and the sugars out of my diet, the keto fuel is where it's at. Got to spend a week in Vail right before they closed the resort down. Method Man TV. Method Man. I feel it, man. We were at North Star literally like the day before everything closed. Tanner Douglas, how you doing? Old Man Shredder made it in the chat. Tyler Bishop, yes, we are still on the 30-day run. It's not it's not a 30-day run. It's 30 miles in 30 days was the end goal. So basically 1 mile per day. And at the end of the month, you would have your 30 miles done. But I did like 1.5 the first day, 1.5 the second day. Then I took a break. So I was at 3. So the third day canceled out. And then the fourth day, I did like 2.5. So I got to take off two days, but I took off 3 days. And then this morning, I was almost caught back up and I ran almost 3 miles. So now I'm like 1.5 miles ahead. So it's nice. 30 miles in 30 days allows you to do 2 miles in one day and then take the next day off. So we're still going strong. They closed all skate parks in Denver. They might be closing county roads to the backcountry soon. I heard Colorado, all backcountry hiking and riding is no bueno. Tanner Douglas, tell Mike I said what's up. Yo, what's up, Mike? Stokes, you're good. Yori, 310. Stokes, you're good, bro. We got Mike Shanahan in here, the legend. Oh, here we go. First super chat. I got to say, I should have said this in the beginning. We got 4 beans from X. What? Something lacks YouTube. Stoked for the live. If you guys want to have a question answered, the super chat is nice because it puts a little bar and then I can go right to them. But save your money. Do like the smallest that you can if you're going to do that, so that way I can see it. But you don't actually spend as much as you have to. I mean, I'm not doing these live chats for money. I just want to connect with you guys. But it's nice to see the little tab that brings you to the top. So super chats are good, but we have so many other ways for you guys to support the dream and to help out where YouTube isn't taking, I think, 40%. So it's nice for you guys to keep your money, or if you are trying to donate or anything, I have different ways in all the videos, Patreons and Venmo and all that stuff. Keep the super chats to a minimum here. I just want all of us to be happy and stoked. I'm trying to do this for you guys to get back. I'm not trying to do this to make money. So welcome to tuning in. 67 humans, 34 likes. We're getting up there. Who we got? Went skiing in my backyard yesterday. Went over a ledge, and when I landed, I twisted my ankle, and now I'm on crutches. Bro, that is super heavy. Where are you located, for one? You got to be careful in your backyard. Hat lapping, dude. I feel it. We get smoked in the backyard all the time, but if there was ever a time to be down, ask Mike Green. Now's the time. Elder Scrolls and some shred movies. People been skating. We got the U crew checking in. Try kiteboarding. That would be heavy. This dude is gone, dude. Who we got? Old Man Shredder with the 20 SEK super chat. 365 days on a board. L Stackers in here. Holy moly. Andre, dude, that's heavy, bro. We got Austria tuning in. L Stacker. Went snowboarding in Bellevue, Nebraska the other night. That's dope. Rob Gams has been running, biking, doing home workouts and house projects, staying busy. That's what we love to hear, bro. Caleb's been in Colorado, hiking small jumps. We got Andrew in here from New York. Tanner Douglas has been living the dream, trying to live life to his fullest, dude. You'll absolutely love to hear it. We got a super chat from Mike. Casey, you ever thought of trying out a summerboard? Absolutely. I was talking to the people from Summerboard at some point. Oh, I think it was in the fall before the season started, and they were going to get one out, but I don't remember what happened. They didn't end up sending it in time, and I was going to meet up with them when they were in California, and then they didn't send it in California. I don't remember exactly what was happening, but I just never ended up getting the board. But that would be dope. I feel like we would crush that. William Betty just spent too much money buying new snowboarding stuff for next season. I feel it, dude. If you guys are trying to stock up right now, I feel like almost every website is doing 40% off. Eric Farmer's been painting his house, shoveling snow to keep in shape in the Colorado Rocky Mountains. Hell yeah, dude. South Florida in here. Hiking resorts with closed uphill access that are still on public land. Sounds legal. Question, why was your running app in Spanish on IG? My whole phone's in Spanish. I practiced Spanish on my own for multiple years. And just trying to keep it fresh. All my stuff's in Spanish. I write in Spanish every day. My whole phone, my computer, and everything that I do is in Spanish. Trying to keep it fresh. Champ Grayson. Steels. I really want to go to Colorado to board one of these years. Which place would you feel is the best? I'm from Belgium. Probably Copper, dude. Copper's the dream. That's my favorite mountain if you're in Summit County. There's a lot of mountains in Colorado that I still have not been to yet, though. So research those. Each mountain is different compared to what you're looking for. But Copper, I feel like all around from park to powder to all terrain to mountain is just next level, straight up. Bought a pair of Verts because of an old video you made. Love to hear that, Dom. Those are the best snowshoes in the game. Flip Fortnite coming in from Spain. What's going down, bro? I ride an Orca 156. I live in Iowa. We had 6 inches of snow that only lasted a couple hours. Could have gone water skiing the rest of the day. When was this? Hey, legends, sup, dreamers. Hope everybody's safe, staying positive. We got this. Hey, Casey, thanks for always doing what you do. Team Orca, bro. Big love, homie. Whistler's in Canada. I've never been there. I've been to a bunch in Colorado, and Copper's my favorite. Copper's definitely my favorite mountain in Colorado as well. Love your videos, man. New subscriber. Who subbed recently? Who's got some new subs to the channel? Oh, gosh. How the boys doing? How's Daly and Mr. Green? I don't really know. I haven't talked to Daly or Green in a while. Yeah, we drink mate, bro. We're drinking mate right now. You want mate? Here you go. Fresh, froth, frapped. Trying to make Madison proud.
Was it a Madison special or what?
Nope.
Well, it's heavy.
Heavy. What's up, bud?
What's up, peeps?
What's up, peeps? Go to Loveland Pass. We are. We're not in Colorado. Steamboat Springs. Never been. That shit's so fun. Jersey needs snow.
What if we gave this to Madison? What she'd think about it?
It should be hyped.
It should be pretty hyped.
I mean, I literally watched her Instagram TV as I made it.
I'm gonna do the whole thing, dude. You gotta
What's your take on Verts, Dossie?
Oh, the best in the game. Buy them. You need them.
You do.
They're cheap. They're like $100.
65.
65. Where's that? I'm about to buy another pair.
Did you pay a hundo? Homie threw me a pair. You guy's a legend. Good question, Mike. Do you recommend bulletproof coffee?
Me?
That's what someone wants to know.
Yeah.
Hundo P.
Yeah.
And I recommend.
I'm taking a break on bulletproof right now, but
Dossie has been too cheap to buy MCT.
no,
Only reason he's been
there's
taking
a
a
lot
break.
of fat intake. I just don't want some fat right now. I'm not doing anything to burn it really as much as I would be normally. So I'm just taking a break.
He's gonna have a tough time burning it when you put it back in because you're not training it.
It's been training for the last.
She's been trained.
4 years I've been doing bulletproof.
Yeah, but Hundo P. And I also recommend that you use my promo code so you don't pay full price. Yeah. CWX10, I believe. And even more important, tag Bulletproof and tag your boys if you ever make an Instagram little story action because that keeps the promo code going. Been hitting up the backcountry at Mount Rose and Castle Peak. That's sick. Copper's got some bowls and nice high terrain, but their parks are next level. It's a fact. What's your favorite mountain outside of Mount Snow on the East Coast? Ooh. J Peak. Yeah, Killington's sick too, but for straight POW, J Peak for all mountain and POW and park and good vibes, Killington and the Stash. Moses Buttery, what's good? I would say no step-ins are worth it, but that is 100% preference. I just personally like to be able to fix things myself. And if a step-in breaks, you're going to have to hit up a warranty company, and then you're going to have to send your stuff back, and then there's going to be a time period where you're not going to be riding. And I'm not trying to have a time period where I'm not riding. We got some more comments now. Holy moly. I'm gonna try to run through some of these faster. Yo, what up? Nick Days from your boy Tanner Douglas. You're both legends. On a small hill where you get in and out of your bindings, it's nice, but otherwise no, right on small. How long do you get your first 360? I did my first 360, I believe, my first winter. But my first winter, it's so hard to say what my first winter was. You could say it took me like 6 to 8 years to get. No, not 6. Yeah, 6 years. Started snowboarding in like when I was 12, but didn't go more than 10 times a season until I was like 19. And then when I went 19, and then when I was 19, I went like 65, 75 times, and that's when I learned front 3, probably up to like front 5, and then up to back 5, and then the next season I went like 100 and some times, and that's when I learned like everything up to 900s and 1080s. How are DC snowboards in general? I believe they're really good. Those were the first boards I ever rode. That was my first sponsor ever, DC snowboards, and yeah, high quality. They do break pretty easily though. Wagaman with a $5 super chat. Call Daily right now on speakerphone. Not a bad idea. The Daily Rooster. The Daily Roo. I shut my phone off because I haven't even been using my phone. So we got to do Wi-Fi, FaceTime, audio. We'll do FaceTime. See what the video looks like. See if we can't get Daly's beautiful hair on video here. Who is this? Wagaman. Wagaman. Come on, B-Dales. Describe the entire process of making inbounds and how you feel after you posted it. Whoa. Okay. Looks like we got no Daly. Maybe he'll call me back in the next. We'll probably do an hour of this. So see if Daly calls back in the next 40 minutes. Inbounds. So we went to Japan. I filmed every single day basically and put my regular daily vlogs out. We were there for almost a month, so I probably got like 20, 25 videos. I think we rode 16 or 18 times, and it was the best time of my life. The year prior, when we went on the ride home, I usually go through and I just grab all of the best tricks that I have, all the best bangers, and I just do Japan recap, and it's 10, 15 minutes of just pow shots, bangers. But I wanted to do it a little bit different this time, and if you guys watch Jamie O'Brien, you know that we linked with him. We linked with him and his his whole production crew and all the boys that do the filming and the editing for him. And when they got back, we were still we all linked up in Japan. We snowboarded. They left. When they got back, one of the boys, I think it was Justin, made a video of Jamie O'Brien and like his whole background on Pipeline and how epic it is, and the way that he made the video with the audio overlay reminded me of the old videos that I used to do, which were live sessions where I would just record everything and then go back later because I had a journal and I would read my journal of what was going on during that day. And then I would edit all the clips and then I would overlay audio to kind of get a feel more of like I don't want to say dark, but more of like I don't know, just an intense feeling like you're actually there. So when I watched his video, I was like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm trying to make. It's almost a movie, but it's like a short film. So I started running through all the clips, and when I was saving all the bangers, I was on the plane ride home. Actually, we had 2 layovers. So we had like a 16-hour section where we had a full plane ride for 16 hours. Then we had like another 8. And on the first 8, I did as much organizing, as much pulling over as I can. And then on the next plane, which is like 16, I started kind of filtering in the clips, and I realized that it was like there was chapters to our Japan trip, and it was a chapter before TCAP got there, a chapter when TCAP got there, a chapter when we linked up with all these other boys, when we went surfing at the end, and it was so intense, and I like got so much out of it. And Japan is literally the best place that I ever visited. That I was like, I need to make something different from this. That's not just music starts, music ends, music starts, music ends, and it's just bangers and bangers and bangers. I wanted to kind of tell a story. So I would say the motivation definitely came from the homie Justin Graham. And then once I had that 16-hour plane ride, Daly was completely passed out. I put my headphones in and worked for like probably 12 to 14 of them straight until I had the long format of the movie kind of done, where there would be black bars in between the sections. And then my computer died. So I broke out my notepad and I just started doing all of the in-between chapter paragraph monologues where I would think that I would want them to be placed. And then once we got back home, it was tough because we got immediately back into the RV and we hit the road, and I was doing back to daily videos every single day. If you guys were watching, we went from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast, and we were riding new resorts every single day. We were also trying to drive 10 hours every single day. So I was completely swamped, completely overworked, but I still found some time on the road because TCAP's such a legend and Daly's such a legend that they drove so much that I'd be able to finish my video and then go back, plug in my hard drive, get everything uploaded and exported, not exported, excuse me, but rendered. And then I would work on that for a little while. And by the time we got to California and we posted up in Tahoe, I hadn't worked on it as much as I had on the plane. I feel like the 16 hours and the 8 hours on the plane, I worked on it more than I did over the next 2 or 3 weeks. And it was almost done, but I wanted to premiere it somewhere. I wanted to either premiere it in Colorado when we were there, but we didn't stay for long enough. And then I was thinking Tahoe, because there's so many people around this area, or in SoCal around there, because there's so many people around Southern California, that the premiere would have been legendary. And as soon as quarantine hit, everything changed. And all of the 250 meeting events all got canceled. So we immediately knew there's no way that we were going to be able to set up this premiere and actually have hundreds of people show up and try to premiere the movie. So I just put it out, and I tried my hardest to get it onto iTunes. I tried my hardest to get it onto all these other platforms we can actually sell it, and like maybe put it up for $3 or $4 to get some funds to continue the dream. But it was a little bit too difficult. And then I just realized that you guys are legends and that you guys deserve it for free. And then my patrons as well deserve it for free, even before everybody else. So because of quarantine, that's when I just put my head down, and I probably worked for like the next like 5 or 6 days on it and completely finished it, completely uploaded it, made the teaser, made the premiere a week prior or a week in the future. And you guys have been absolutely nothing but stoked on it. I don't think I got one negative remark on it. I got a lot of good constructive criticism on the favorite parts that people liked and what I could do to make it better. And if you guys saw the 2019 year recap that I put out like 3 days before Inbounds dropped, it was kind of the same feel and the same style. And I think people have been loving those style videos more than anything, because it's not like an immediate in the moment kind of feel, but you can get a little more deeper with it, and you can think and process your thoughts that you want to put out after it happened. When normally before you do something in the vlog, you're just kind of stoked, you don't know what's going to happen, you explain that's about to go down, then you go do it and you give your explanation afterwards. But when you wait a week, or you wait 2 days or 3 days or 10 days or 10 weeks or whatever it is, and you go back and you look, it makes you a little bit more grateful. And that's what actually allows you to write those monologues and to get a little deeper of a feeling about how it made you feel. So I know that was an insanely long explanation, but Inbounds was the first of, I believe, many films that I'm going to do. And I actually was so stoked on it that I spent more time probably looking up ways to do titles and transitions and fonts and things like that I never normally spend a lot of time on, just doing the daily blog. And then also sound effects and things like that. And then the timing and the switching up of bringing a clip normally in a vlog when it's just a timeline format and everything gets laid out, the actual switching up and the pulling in of clips and overlaying them over audio that makes sense when you're talking about things was so much more fun. So sometimes it's nice to take a couple of days off and put more work into one edit and have it come out super sick and be stoked on it, and to just pump out 5 or 6 videos in a week. But yeah, you guys have been absolutely hyped on it, and that's all I'm stoked on. That was a long one. We got a bunch of new comments in here and a bunch of new super chats. Troy Forkin, much love. Stay safe. Don. Wow, we got so many. We got $10 super chat. Dave McFunky, Casey, CT local, Naugatuck, sick. Thanks for keeping the stoke alive and snowboarding today. You're keeping us going. Why so many East Coasters locate to Tahoe instead of Colorado, Utah, BC? The Sierra Cement is real. One, because Tahoe is probably the most beautiful place in the U.S. Two, it's so sick that it sucks you in. And I think it's just more laid back here. I don't know. Colorado's pretty intense. Tahoe's chill. I don't really know much more than that. I mean, in Tahoe, you have everything you need. The summertime is insane. The coast isn't so far away. You have the lake, which makes it seem more like SoCal or more like summer. You have backcountry access within 10 minutes. You got sled access within 10 minutes. You got North Lake and South Lake. It's not always Sierra Cement. If you go to Sierra at Tahoe on any pow day, you'll know it's some of the best powder in the world. It compares to literally Utah in midseason. But I don't know. It's also a lot smaller. Tahoe's way smaller than Colorado, so you might see people more in Tahoe than you would in Colorado because it's so spread out. So yeah, almost hundo people in here. Patrick Kenny with a super chat. Had my first yerba a week ago. Sending much respect from Portland, Oregon. That's what we love to see. So much love, Patrick. And oh my gosh, there's so many comments I missed. If you guys, if I didn't read them, you can drop them again. Maybe I'll see them on the next one. Did not jump on the new Call of Duty trend. Still have a helmet you sent me 2 years ago. That's sick, Troy. Wisconsin, weird weather, but the snow's all gone. Got a couple inches in CT last night. Cheers from Brazil, Big Mike. Yes, Big Mike. The lads, dude. I was supposed to hit Squaw earlier this season. Closed 2 days before I rolled through. It's my home mountain. What's your favorite thing about Squaw? I know you've been a few times. My favorite thing about Squaw is how late they stay open into like July. I think they even went to August last year. In their park in the middle of the summer. It's insane. Andre, cheers from Germany. Ben Wagner inspired me to make Bulletproof. You'd love to hear it. Tell them, because they have literally not been responding to me since December. How's the quarantine life, man? Big fan, bro. Started snowboarding because of you. Keep up the work and positive vibes, dude. It's tough. I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to get out of here. Martin and El Stacker are both legends. Not sure how Mike Green is. I know he got surgery. Haven't really talked to him in depth, but I seen this kid knocking out push-ups the other week. He was snowboarding. I think that was pre-surgery, though. Then he found out he had to get surgery, so he's hanging in there. The guy's a complete legend. Perfect North, that's my home hill, so hyped you were there. When did Daly leave the group? The day before quarantine. I have shredded Bromley. You should type in Casey Willa Bromley mini edit. Paul Orr. We put out some bangers from there. Went there for the first time before the lockdown of my 29 years of riding. Sick. I've never split boarded because I don't have skins and bindings, but I have a split board. Just ordered a new setup. Can't wait till next year. Been skating the backyard, just staying active. Love the content every day, even with the virus. Keep it up. Keep the dream alive. Nate falls a lot. You're a ledge, dude. You're going to progress too with that falling. I'm scared for the day the virus is gone and y'all get back in the RV. You'll probably drive to Japan and never come back. The boys are live. Does coconut oil work as a sub for bulletproof coffee? I have to say, no, it doesn't. If you're going to use it, make sure it's unrefined, cold pressed, extra virgin. But you need, I think it's like 8 or 16 tablespoons of coconut oil to get the amount of MCTs that you get from 1 MCT oil tablespoon, which is super heavy, and you can't have 8 or 16 tablespoons of coconut oil. You'll be throwing up. I mean, it's so worth it. You get a bottle of MCT oil for $20 and there's a month's worth of servings in it, and it means that you don't have to be buying breakfast. So for $20, you basically get breakfast for a month, and you feel better, and you perform better. It's a no-brainer. Favorite mountain in Washington? Only mountain I've ever been to, Crystal Mountain. You. Oh my God, we're still talking about the stash and J Peak. This is so old.